What do you think of this movie, Craig? You didn't watch it with your family, I presume.
No.
You had to send them upstairs. Were you aware of the profanity in this particular film?
Oh, yeah.
I warned him.
The Coen brothers wrote it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, they say a lot of naughty words.
F words.
Yeah,
all of words.
All of them.
Yeah.
Probably some that I haven't heard yet.
So what's your review, Craig? Should everybody watch this movie?
I'm a big fan of Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is actually in probably my favorite movie of all time. It's a movie called The Fisher King with Jeff Bridges and Robin
Nobody
Williams.
can hear you right now, by the way.
Why is that?
Because you're whispering.
Okay, how's that?
Much better.
Anyway, my favorite movie of all time is a movie called The Fisher King with Robin Williams. And always been a big fan of Jeff Bridges. And when you told me I need to watch this, it's been, how many years has this thing been out? Came out in...
God, 20, I think.
91.
20?
Oh, way more than 20.
91?
No. That's when the movie was set. I'm sorry.
Yes, it came out in like late 90s, early 2000s, which is astonishing to me because it feels like it's been out for 20
1998.
98, my God.
That's a while.
16 years.
16 years, but it seems like it's been around much longer. But go ahead.
Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I laughed. It was good high comedy, and the story was really well done. And the scenes where Jeff Bridges, the dude, is tripping. Some of my favorite scenes of all time, I think.
It lists this as a stoner film.
Yeah, I can
on
see
IMDb.
Accurate.
Yeah. I thought it was great. I mean, although I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that you referred to me as Walter at one time.
I got to talk about this. You look like Walter. Does he not, Vinny? He looks exactly like Walter.
Do you have any yellow sunglasses to put on? We can compare.
You look exactly like him, Craig.
Do not have any.
But here is the thing that I was thinking about when I watched the movie here. I have always, even though Walter looks like Craig more than he looks like Vinny, I have always watched a movie and I've thought, okay, obviously Vinny is Walter and I am the dude. When I watched this movie again, I was like, I got this completely ass backwards. Vinny is the dude and I am Walter. And I guess Craig is Donnie because we always tell him to shut the fuck up. But...
We do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But do you not get that vibe, Vinny?
We've watched it many times, and the reason, one of the reasons it's so great is because the three lead characters, Walter, Donnie, and the dude, are completely believable as best friends.
Sure.
There's no question that these are the kind of guys who would hang out 3 or 4 times a week. And this is how friends actually behave. And as such, everyone who watches it, I think, tries to figure out who among their friends is which character in the movie. Yeah, and we've probably changed our minds several times. I see elements of myself in the dude, but I also see elements, or I should say I see elements of the dude in myself, but also a good helping of Walter as well.
You're right in a way, except when I watched it this time, it's like the dude is always trying to be calm, much like you are, Vinny.
Okay.
But he flips his lid.
Okay.
All the time. Just completely flips out. And Walter is always at a 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he eggs the dude on. He's the one that always causes the dude to flip out.
That is a good point.
And I was like, God damn it. I always had it the wrong way. And I watched the movie this time, and I watched it with the eye of, all right, we're going to pretend that's me and that's Vinny. And I was like, fuck, this movie makes perfect sense. I understand it now. It completely makes sense. Because I'd be calling you with a plan if this happened to you.
Oh, you call me with plans many times.
Exactly, and the plan would...
It never involved kidnapping or a ransom. But
well, no, but it would be something that would be... Yeah, something where you would be, I'd have you doing a bunch of stupid shit.
You are far more likely to interfere with my business than vice versa.
Exactly.
Yes, and I would be perfectly content, like the dude, to just have a little apartment, put on some tunes, take a bath, enjoy your rug, and a cocktail.
It really brings.
How many times on this show have I caused you to just completely flip your lid? And you go absolutely out of your mind, and I go, Vinny, just calm down. I'm perfectly calm.
Yes.
As you rant and rave.
Calmer than you are.
That's exactly it.
So, Brian and I have seen this, I don't know, 20 times or more. Craig, this was your first time. Now, I'm a little fascinated, actually, because that you liked it so much. Because what I found...
Most people hate it.
Yeah, but it's similar to, how's it called? Napoleon Dynamite.
Sure.
And that usually people see it once and they're kind of like...
I hated that movie.
What was that? And then the more they watch it, the more they like it.
Yeah.
So we'll put that aside for now. Because
You've never watched it a second time, have you, Craig?
Never.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you watched it a second time, you'd like it.
Doubtful.
All right. But with regards to this movie, usually people watch it the first time and they're a little confused and maybe a little overwhelmed.
Sure.
And they see it a second time and they kind of start to realize how great it is. And then the more you watch it, the more things stick out at you as great moments or characters or scenes that you had not recognized before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I may have mentioned this before, but I had forgotten. The scene stealer in this movie.
This I gotta hear.
Oh, I mentioned this. It's not just Jesus Quintana.
Yeah.
It's Jesus Quintana's partner.
Oh, his fat little buddy?
His sidekick.
Yes.
He steals, without saying a word, manages to steal every shot he's in.
He's a little short.
Little short.
He's a little fat.
Little bald.
Little bald.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that mustache.
Got a mustache. A little awkward. He's wearing a shirt that's a little too tight.
That's right.
And he's
and you know what the most important thing is? He's friends with Jesus.
He's friends with Jesus.
That's right.
And he's never comfortable. He's never certain that he's standing in the right place or moving the right direction or showing the right expression. I don't know if he's just a guy they found in the bowling alley, but it's perfect.
Yeah, he
absolutely perfect.
He is amazing. He is awesome. The thing about the movie is, like, every time you watch it, no matter how many times you've seen it, it's like there's always like one thing that you see that you never really noticed before, or one comment that somebody makes, and now it's like, I know where that came from. It is a treasure trove in that way. And then, Philip Seymour Hoffman is dead, and it wasn't dead the last time I watched it, so
Yeah.
now you watch that with completely different eyes.
Yeah.
What a talented man.
Oh, he's just amazing.
And what a wacky role.
I think my favorite scene in the movie is when they're going to make the drop, and Walter's hatching this plan as they're driving to make the drop, and they're gonna drop a different briefcase to the would-be kidnappers, but he's also got an Uzi taped up.
Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah, because that's the way you carry him, I guess. But things go awry, and he opens the door and does a shoulder roll with the Uzi, but the Uzi falls out and hits the ground, and it starts spraying bullets everywhere.
Yes.
I howled.
The two best scenes to me are when the dude is smoking and drinking as he drives, and he drops the whatever you call it. I'm not a smoker. The roach
Clip, yes.
into his crotch,
Sure.
and then he tries to put it out by pouring beer.
Yes.
And then he goes out of control, and his car hits a dumpster, at which point the front end flies high into the air and comes crashing back down again. I die every time I watch that. And the other favorite scene, which I got to be the only person in the world that thinks is the best scene, is when they are in the theater and they're watching the dude's landlord do his performance.
Yeah.
And Walter is trying to explain who the kid's dad is. And Donnie keeps asking about In-N-Out Burger. And Walter fucking flips out. And then as he's in the middle of flipping out, he hangs his head and he puts the program over his face for a moment.
Yes.
And then he gets very calm and he continues. I die every single time I see that scene. So awesome. Walter is a true hero of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just amazing.
Every sentence by every character pretty much turned into a quote.
Oh, yeah.
No, sure.
Most quotable movie ever. It's just a remarkable film. That it got made, that a plot that it actually really is very, very complicated. It's a lot of moving parts, and you're not always sure what's going on. It all fits in. Everything does make sense.
Yeah, sometimes people say, like, this movie doesn't have a plot. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is the most it's the most simple plot in the world. The dude comes and pees on the dude's rug, and he wants his rug back. And the twists and turns in his attempt to get it back, and failing in the end, that's the whole plot. It doesn't have to be a traditional plot. It's got everything. And everything ties, it all ties the film together.
There you go.
Is what it does. All of these different, I had to watch it a couple times before I completely understood it. You know what I mean? Because there is a lot going on. If you watched it a second time, Craig, you would understand even more of it.
I will watch this a second time for sure.
You should watch it again. This is the first time I watched it in HD because they did not make a Blu-ray until just a couple of years ago. It was out forever, and they had made an HD DVD version, and everybody knows what happened to HD DVD. And then I swear to God, it was until about 2009, you could not get this anywhere unless you had an HD DVD player. And the next thing you know, it finally came out on Blu-ray. I bought it, and then I never opened it. And in fact, today, I just bought it on iTunes, so I'd have it on all my devices.
That's where I watched it.
Yeah, so it's on HD right now.
Yeah.
Amazing movie. Any other thoughts, Vinny?
No, just it's a stupendous film. I don't know if it necessarily has any tie into wrestling I can think of. I don't care. Hadn't watched it in a year or two, so it was long overdue. And if you haven't gotten the gist of it yet, I give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
I understand why you wanted to watch it together.
That's right.
This is a buddy movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why I was appalled when you had watched it before we all watched it together.
Well, my wife doesn't even get home at that time that I'd have to leave to...
well, that's fine. She'll be home when you get home. Next time we do a buddy movie, Craig, you got to be here.
Sure.
What about Napoleon Dynamite, Vinny?
I liked it.
I liked it. Come on, Craig. Let's watch it one more time.
If I can make a football joke here, I'm 90% certain that Uncle Rico is in fact Kyle Orton. Yeah, that's fine.
Straight over my Big Lebowski review. But I don't know what else you want us to say. You want the plot?
The dude will abide.
Go watch the movie. The dude will abide. But it is, I guess, to conclude, it is still great after the 9,000th viewing in 2014. Did you know they made it for $14 million?
Good for them.
Yeah. And then it grossed 1 million times that. All right, let's